Texas. A great come-from-behind victory for the Padres. They scored 3 times in the 8th inning to come from behind to win it 3-2. Some clutch hits from Will Myers as well as Hunter Renfroe as the Padres secure Game 2 of the series. In the lineup tonight is Hunter Renfroe, and why not? Last 4 games been hot at .467, couple of doubles, a home run, and 2 RBIs. Renfroe back in there tonight. So is Shin-Soo Choo at the top of the Rangers' order. He has reached base safely now in 39 consecutive games. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, tonight it is Clayton Richard on the hill for the Padres. And looking back over the course of this road trip, Padres have gotten very good starting pitching. Now, not all wins on that, but they pitched well enough to get deep into games.
Consider the schedule. I mean, it's a grind trying to win on the road, let alone pitch well on the road. And the starters have held their own, keeping them in games. They've got no control about the offense. What they can control is making good quality pitches. They've done that. Clayton Richard going tonight. Eric Lauer, the youngster, has gotten better the last couple times out. Joey Lucchesi off the DL. Yeah, there's a strikeout in there every now and then. And then Tyson Ross. The common theme here with these pitchers are that they're not going to strike out 16 a game, but when they need one, they get the strikeout. When they need a ground ball, they can get the double play. The whip is way down. Less than a runner per inning, .96. That's giving your defense a chance. It's giving your offense at least a chance. They just haven't come through.
Clayton Richard trying to go 5-0 in the month of June.
Clayton's throwing the ball extremely well. And the one thing that really sticks out for me, more hits than innings pitched? No, that's not the case. 3 times this year, in 16 starts prior to tonight, he has given up fewer hits than innings pitched. That's pitching some big league baseball, getting the double play when he needs one, because that's very evident when he's on the hill.
We've talked a lot about the starters. Let's talk about the bullpen, and a guy who's got a 0.82 earned run average in Kirby Yates. Pitched great again last night. How's he getting it done?
He could close for a lot of clubs. It's a split figure fastball, but it doesn't stop there. It's the fastball at the mid-90s with location. It is the split finger fastball that he'll throw any time in the count. Now here's the deal about that split finger. He'll throw it early for a legitimate strike, and then he has the ability to drop it out of the zone, bounce it on the plate for the swing and miss. That's why he's been so effective. I tell you what, his name's being thrown about. Any team that wants to go to the promised land in the postseason, they could use an arm like Kirby Yates.
Now the Padres hoping to have a happy flight back to San Diego with a win tonight in Texas. It's the final game of this series against the Rangers. It's the final game of the trip for the Padres. Next from Arlington. Baseball, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers. Visit us at sdhondadealers.com. By Sequan Casino, opening in 2019, is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. Welcome to warm Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. It's time now to join forces with Sequan Pick the Stick. Weigh in on Twitter for a chance to win a free lunch buffet for two at Sequan Casino. Just hashtag I'm with the last name of the broadcaster you want to join forces with. If they win, you could win too. One random winner selected nightly, and you must be 18 and older to win. Follow us at Fox Sports SD for more details. Time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. 102 with a southeast breeze at 12 miles per hour. Forecast is clear, keeping in mind that it is 73 degrees in San Diego, where we'll be headed after the ball game tonight. It's a good thing.
Yeah, good thing.
Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Annie Halbrin are with you tonight for Game 3 of the series, final game of the road trip. A 7-game trip coming to an end here for Andy Green and the Padres here tonight. It has been a long month for the San Diego Padres as we date back to where it began, going to Miami, then from Miami to St. Louis, St. Louis to Atlanta, Atlanta to San Diego, San Diego to San Francisco, San Francisco to Dallas, Dallas to San Diego, and all of that is 8,789 miles that we have done here in the month of June. It's been quite a trip.
It's unbelievable how the schedule was set up and how they approve something like that. How something like that gets through. It's unbelievable. But you know what, though? The way the Padres have pitched, we talked about that in our open. The pitching staff has done quite well on this road trip. Just rattle the bats a little bit. The offense needs to wake up.
Well, it's time now to check out the Padres lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Andy Green's lineup looks like this. Manuel Margot in center field leading it off. Eric Hosmer at first base, bats second with Will Myers in left field. Hunter Renfroe, the DH, in the cleanup spot with Christian Villanueva at third base. Jose Perella at second base with Freddie Galvis at short. Austin Hedges does the catching, bats eighth, and Travis Jankowski out of the 9th spot for the Padres. Well, the Rangers have taken the field, and their starting pitcher tonight is Mike Minor.
Well, the 30-year-old making his 15th start, former #1 pick by the Braves back in 2009. Four-seamer slider, pretty much 4-pitch mix. Not overpowering by any means, and he really relies on location to try to get the hitters out in front, have them fooled, weak pop-ups and weak grounders. Rangers defense behind Minor, well, behind the plate. Isaiah, Kiner, Falefa. There's a hyphen in there. There's also a hyphen in Shin-Soo Choo on right field. Delino DeShields in center. Ryan Rua will be in left. On the infield, third to first, Profar, Andrews, Odor, and Gallo behind Mike Minor. And the Rangers defense brought to you by your San Diego Cadillac dealers.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Getaway runs for Richard. It's getaway day. Clayton works quickly. He's been pitching extremely well in the month of June. Get him some support. Have him go deep. Have him go 7+ maybe, and make Mike look Minor. See what I did there?
I do. Yes.
Hopefully get him out of there early, and that means that the Padres are having some fun scoring some runs off Mike Minor.
And Will Margot making his way to the plate, back in his leadoff spot that he is taken over again during this road trip for the Padres. Been batting down towards the bottom of the order for a long time, but on this trip securing that spot at the top of the order again. Mike Minor ready to work into his 15th start of the year, coming in with a 5-4 record individually, 5.06 earned run average. As Manuel Margot steps in on the right side.
Isn't this supposed to be a 7:05 start?
I believe so.
7:10.
Minor ready to work here as he looks in for a sign. First pitch of this one. Gonna miss high for ball one. There we go. Hosmer and Myers here in the first inning. Padres trying to win this series after dropping the first series in San Francisco. Giants took 3 out of 4 from the Padres in the first series. Yeah, both the Rangers and Padres have won a game so far in this series. Margot hitting at .400 in his last 6 games. 6 RBIs, 6 extra base hits. He's been on fire.
And he has earned this spot in the leadoff position. And we've talked about it many times. In the middle of the season, retooling his mechanics, a quick study. Results are there. So Andy Green, hey, on base percentage, the way he's been hitting the ball, extra bases, put him in the leadoff spot.
Strike called, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Swinging a foul tip for strike 3. Minor strikes out Margot to begin things here tonight in the first inning.
One of the things that we've talked about is being disciplined to lay off that high fastball. But remember the pitch prior to that? Caught the top of the zone for the called strike. And Minor just goes up a little bit higher out of the zone for the strikeout.
1 out, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. On the left field line, and foul. Hosmer at .271, 9 homers and 35 runs batted in. This one chopped back towards the mound. Minor will twist and fire to first base. Good throw, and gets there in plenty of time to get Hosmer. 2 down here in the first inning. So a strikeout and a ground out. That'll bring up Will Myers. Well, Will Myers part of the 8th inning rally last night for the Padres. This down the left field line, just fair. That was a huge inning for the Padres. That one scored Jankowski and set up a 2nd and 3rd scenario.
You know what really the Padres did in that inning? Took advantage of Jake Diekman and that off-speed pitch. All those hits we saw were on breaking balls.
In the air to left center field, coming in is Rua from left, battling the sun, and he'll make the catch out there to end the inning. Down in order are the Padres. The Rangers are coming up.
In the baseball.
Richard has now retired 17 batters in a row. Swing and a miss. Waves at that pitch and strikes out.
It just seems like Clayton has gotten better as the game has gone along.
He pitched to Jem.
Clayton Richard ready to work here tonight. His 2nd appearance of this road trip for the Padres. His 17th appearance of the year. Shin-Soo Choo coming up, and we check out Jeff Bannister's starting 9. Shin-Soo Choo in right. Delano DeShields in center. Elvis Andrus at short. Adrian Beltre, the DH tonight, with Rougned Odor at second base. Jurickson Profar at third. Isaiah Kiner Falafa does the catching. Joey Gallo at first, and Ryan Rua in left field. Clayton Richard on the mound and dealing with Shin-Soo Choo. It's a .284, 14 homers, and 37 runs batted in. Owns a .465 on base percentage during a 39-game on base streak. He scored 25 runs during the 39-game streak too. He could become the 4th Rangers player with a single season on base streak of at least 40 games since the team moved to Texas in 1972. Look out, and he gets hit, and he'll be on base. So down to first he goes. Look at 40 games now for Shin-Soo Choo.
Well, the last thing that Clayton Richard wanted to do, and you can see the frustration on his face. Leadoff hitter, sure, he's a tough out, but he wants to have him earn his way on, and this one just gets away, missing big time. He wanted that one down and away. Austin Hedges set off the plate. Down and away and missed big time. Moving from both sides of the plate, that's what Clayton relies on, and he's the ground ball specialist, and that's evident. That could happen right here. One good pitch can get you 2.
Delano DeShields, the hitter, and drops a bunt down. The catcher jumping out there. Hedges, his throw is in time. So a sacrifice here gets Choo to second base in the first inning.
That had to be an accurate throw for Austin Hedges. DeShields was getting down the line very, very quickly. And Austin really didn't have time to really set up as he gets this one. And you know what? DeShields, he was running inside the lane. So if that ball hit him, he would have been banged. He would have been out.
1 out. Choo at second base now, and brings up Elvis Andrus. Batting out of the 3 spot for the Rangers. Choo with that walking lead off second base. Perella cheating in from second base, trying to keep him close anyway. And ball 1 missing down low, just a tad. Elvis Andrus sitting at .256 coming in, 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. On the ground towards shortstop. Freddie Galvis looks towards third, but fires to first for out number 2 as Choo takes third base.
Let's check out the Padres defense. Their defense is brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Austin Hedges behind the plate. 1 error in 213 and a third innings of work behind there. He'll be looking out third base. Christian Villanueva at third. Freddie Galvis at short. Jose Perella at second. Eric Hosmer will be at first base. Will Myers in left. Manuel Margot in center, and Travis Jankowski will be in right field for the Padres.
2 down, runner at third, and Adrian Beltre the batter. Beltre, the DH tonight, played third base last night for the Rangers. Skips in, and it's 1-1 to Beltre.
See how he pitches him right here. 1-1 count. He will fish for a ball up and out of the zone, down in the zone with that runner on third base. We've got a lefty on deck in Odor.
Beltre had been struggling for his last 21, but that was reaching 11 of his last 23 plate appearances of the last 5 games. Fortunately, it's coincided with the arrival of the Padres here in Texas. It's had a pretty good series. Overall, a .309 average, and he'll foul it back to the screen. 1-2.
Very late on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Richard trying to work his way around a leadoff hit batter, and Shin-Soo Choo, who's now at third with 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. this one will hit Beltre. Or did he get the bat? Yeah, it hit him. He'll head down there. So down to first he goes. Late reaction from Beltre, but finally going down there.
Get him on the back foot as he tried to do the hop and get out of the way.
So first and third, 2 down, and Odor coming up. Chu at third. Beltre across the diamond at first with 2 away here in the first inning.
A pretty good sample size versus lefties. Odor hitting .333 off of lefties this year. And 51 at bats.
Sits safely in 7 of his last 8 games and hits at .227. 3 homers and 18 runs batted in. Had a home run here in last night's game, 1 for 4. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Clayton Richard beat the Giants in San Francisco on Friday, holding them to 2 runs over 6 innings in a 6-2 victory. Padres have won each of the last 5 games that Richard has started. He is 4-0 in the month of June, holding opponents to 174 average. There's a fly ball to center field. Margot going back. He'll have room and make the catch as he backpedals onto the track. Scoreless after 1.
No, let's keep the way it is. But I think that there's so much money invested in pitchers nowadays. With pitchers hurting hamstrings or whatever it is, fouling a ball off the shin or breaking a wrist or whatever. I just think there's so much investment now with pitchers that it's you protect the second baseman, you protect the catchers. Well, you might as well protect the pitchers.
And that was Padres hitting coach Matt Stairs on the designated hitter who is up for the Padres right now in Hunter Renfroe. Stairs played parts of 19 seasons in the majors in both the American and National Leagues. He's well versed on this topic, as is Mark McGuire, who told me that if you can't pick up a glove and play defense, you shouldn't be in the game. He is against the designated hitter, thinks it should be taken out completely. He said baseball is meant for pitchers to hit. Mud, I'm very interested in your thoughts on this, as well as what Matt Stairs said about protecting the pitchers because teams invest in them so heavily.
I see his point, Annie, and thank you so much for that. I like the idea of pitchers hitting, but I absolutely see what Matt's talking about, and the investment part of it is the one thing that really triggers my thought into organizations wanting to keep those guys on the healthy side. Second point, I think Mark McGuire makes a good point. He says you should play both sides of the ball, right? glove and bat. Well, what does that say for the designated hitter going into the Hall of Fame? And I know those guys probably started out as position players, you know, like an Edgar Martinez, David Ortiz, and guys like that. So does that bring up the question regarding the DH as far as going into the Hall of Fame? Donnie, thoughts?
This one is lying foul down the left field line. Yeah, I see both sides of it. I really do. I mean, you see so many pitchers that get hurt and having to run the bases. I've seen a lot of injuries over the years with that. I mean, I like it, to be honest with you. I like having it's a personal thing. I like having the pitcher hit. I really do. I think it's a part of the game the National League has that the American League, I mean, that isn't even part of the equation. And there's so much more strategy, I think, going on in the National League for managers than there is in the American League. So, I mean, I like it. I think it should stay the way it is.
Majority of my time playing was in the National League, and you grow to appreciate or like things that you're used to. And I like the idea of pitchers hitting as well.
This is to right field, and Chu is there to make the catch. 2 down. 5 in a row. Retired by Mike Minor to begin his outing tonight. 2 down, and it brings up Jose Perella. Perella had 260 to start the night. A couple of home runs and 25 runs batted in for Perella into his 82nd game of the year of a possible 83. He truly has been an everyday guy for the Padres, with the exception of one game. Of course, the only guy that has played in every game is Freddie Galvis. This is to shallow left center. DeShields coming in and over. They'll make the catch. It's another 1-2-3 inning. 3-5 all out. Scoreless from Texas. Where we are. Time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
Clayton Richard made his major league debut against the Rangers in 2008. Who was the first batter he struck out? Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using Valley View Trivia. Hashtag Valley View Trivia. You're going to need the hashtag in order for it to get to us. Erickson Profar leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning. Profar at third base in tonight's game. Started at first base last night. 233, 8 homers, and 41 runs batted in. Line foul. Is out ahead of that. Profar just 1 for his last 15 at the plate, but has been hit 3 times in the last 4 games. Grounds this one softly down the first baseline. Richard will flip backhanded, and it's just in time. We'll see here where the Rangers are going to challenge that. First look, I thought he might have beat it out.
I'm right there with you. I thought he was safe in real time. But Clayton doesn't have enough time to circle around this ball and do the underhand flip like he always does. This is the old backhand. Backhand, and there's a big hump in it.
He got him. Very close. Wow, very close, but he did get him. So Profar retired, one down here in the second inning. In real time, I thought he was safe.
Me too.
There's Isaiah Kiner Falefa standing in on the right side and taking strike one. Rangers lead the league in hyphenated names.
They've got 3, right? Shin Soo Choo.
Yep. There's a pop up right side as Hosmer ducks back on the outfield grass and makes the catch for out number 2.
Austin Bivens Dirks pitched last night. And now the catcher this evening.
Kiner Falefa.
But Shin Soo Choo, the hyphen is in between the first 2 names.
His first name.
Right.
Right.
His first name is Shin Soo.
Right.
Because he has Chu on the back of his jersey, right?
Correct. 2 down here in the second inning brings up Joey Gallo. Got 18 home runs, batting out of the 8 spot for the Rangers. I can tell you this. He hits home runs, but he also strikes out.
A lot.
Batting average at 189 coming in.
113 punchies for Joey Gallo.
We got a lot of baseball left here in the before the All-Star break.
Let's see, the all-time record, what's it, 200 and something? Wasn't it Mark Reynolds? We could look that up. But it's like into the 214-ish.
Yeah. One hopper that eats up Hosmer, gets by him to the right field corner. Gallo headed for 2. Jankowski will dig it out, but it's a 2-out double for Gallo on a ball that was blasted down the first base line into the right field corner very quickly.
You can tell the way the ball off that bat. Not only the way it reacted off the bat, but the way it sounded. This ball, oh my gosh. You know, that ball was smoked. 111 on the exit velocity, and Eric Hosmer, man, get in front of that one. Would have broke his sternum.
So 2 down, Gallo in scoring position at second base. Second straight inning, the Rangers had a runner in scoring position. Here's Ryan Rua. He'll ground 1 or 2 hops to short. Eddie Galvis has got it. His throw is good, and the inning is over. So the Rangers have now left 3 men on in scoring position through the first 2. AJ, I got to ask you, what is it like to play in these type of temperatures? I know you're off tonight, but you played the first 2 games of this series.
It is a different kind of heat here. Fortunately, the sun goes down. You get in the shade here in the dugout, and you can you kind of cool off a little bit. But that bullpen's smoking. You're out there warming a guy up. That's for sure.
I mean, how hydrated are you trying to stay, especially doing the catching? I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it starts the night before. You start getting the water and the electrolytes. You get everything going the night before as you start preparing to catch. So we got a great medical staff, strength conditioning staff to do a good job making sure we stay hydrated and on top of things. So we're ready to go. There's no excuses for sure.
AJ, have you ever stepped on a scale or like before and after a game to find out how much water weight you've lost?
I'm too nervous to ever step on a scale. I try to stay off those any chance I get. Usually the spring training weigh-in's the last one. Every other time I'm coming with an excuse why I can't get on it that day.
Well, talk about the starting pitching, especially this road trip. It's been a long road trip. It's been a weird schedule, but yet these guys have been doing their best to keep the team in ball games, and your assessment catching all of them.
Well, especially these last 2 days. You get the veterans like Tyson yesterday, Clayton today. These guys kind of set the tone for the rest of the staff, control their innings, go deep in the ball games, give our bullpen a well-needed rest, and gave our team an opportunity to have those bullpen games early in the year because our bullpen was so well rested. And you mix and match those with a couple young lefties and Joey Lucchese and Eric Lauer and guys who are learning on the job and growing on the job. And you see when they struggle and they have a tough game, they immediately bounce back. So these guys are students who are learning and learning what it takes to pitch at this level. And hopefully soon we'll get Jordan Lyles back as well, who's been a great addition to our rotation with the transition he made from the bullpen to the rotation. And hopefully he gets healthy and we can get him back on the mound as soon as possible.
Curious because I know this one is in the air to center field as now DeShields move over towards right center. And a little stagger, but he makes the catch for out number 2. I know you've been doing this a long time, but it amazes me the timing you have at the plate still. I mean, you go a couple days without getting an at-bat in some instances, but you offensively this year have been terrific. How do you get yourself mentally prepared to do what you do in the limited number of at-bats that you have?
It starts early in the day. It starts with coming up with a game plan for the guys you're going to face that day, and then having some really good hitting coaches. Guys like Johnny Washington, Matt Stairs, Keith Moorman in the cage, Mark McGuire is a guy in the bench who gives me constant feedback. I had a great relationship with my time in Los Angeles when he was my hitting coach there, and just going up there with a game plan for each guy, eliminating the side of the plate and knowing exactly what I'm trying to look for and doing my best just to stay in the strike zone.
AJ, when you talk to the young pitchers, Lucchese, Lauer, anybody young on the step, and I don't want you to mention any names, but are there times when you have to kind of light a fire? Are there times when you kind of coddle them depending on their personality? I mean,
it's part of the catcher's job is to be a psychiatrist as well. Know what to try to read a guy, know what he needs in a certain moment. Does he need to be pushed? Does he need to be kind of encouraged? You kind of find those moments, and hopefully you can read somebody, get to know somebody off the field, what makes them tick, and kind of try different methods during the course of a game or during a bullpen session or whatnot to try and push a guy through an outing.
AJ Ellis, thanks so much for your time. Enjoying watching you play this year.
That was the fastest half inning of the year.
Thanks, AJ.
That's crazy. All right, we'll see you guys.
All right, thanks. Squirrelers. Bucks.
What makes Shin-Soo Choo so good at the plate? The on-base percentage, the average, the power. Well, he covers the whole strike zone. Great discipline in the strike zone as well. Can eye a ball and can crush a strike. He can go up, he can go the other way. He can turn on it in, he can spin on it, he can go the opposite way off Brad Hand. Not a pretty swing, but a really nice result for the left-handed hitting Texas Ranger. He's one tough out. Talk about the hot zone. Now, this is from the pitcher's view looking into the catcher. Down the middle, obviously 27, but he likes to extend it. He likes it up and across, like right around the belt buckle. East to west, if you will. Down and in, not so much. Up and away, up and in. Can't really square it up that well.
Well, hit by the pitch in the first inning, getting his second look at Clayton Richard. Second time through here for Richard. And a foul off to the left out of play. The Rangers leaving runners at first and third in the first, left a runner at second in the second inning. Consecutive games reaching base safely, now 40 for Choo, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning to keep it going tonight. And he grounds one over the mound towards second. Perello racing in, and his throw off balance, and Hosmer comes off the bag and applies the tag as well. But Choo retired 4-3 for the first out here of the bottom of the third inning. It's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Clayton Richard made his major league debut against the Rangers in 2008. He was the first batter that he struck out.
Ian Kinsler. Yes.
How did you know that?
I just guessed.
Really?
Yeah. I figured he's left-handed hitter, right?
Yeah.
Figured lefty on lefty. He's a pretty good player. He was an everyday player, so.
That's pretty good.
Pretty lucky.
Because earlier you were throwing out names like
Michael
O'Brien,
Michael Young.
It's a swing and a miss. I'm curious as to how you got to this. It just came to your head.
Well, I've been thinking about it ever since you posed the question last half inning.
You said
he is left-handed, right? Or is he a switch hitter?
Pete Incaviglia was the name you threw out there. Cecil Espy. So how you got to Ian Kinsler, I don't know. I mean, you were in a whole different era.
Pete Incaviglia?
Yes.
Former Friar.
Delano DeShields batting with one out here in the third inning. And a fly ball headed out towards deep left center field, but there we go. We'll have room as he makes the catch for out number 2.
No, I think, you know what, Ian Kinsler was a straight right-handed hitter. I was incorrect. I was incorrect with his batting. He's straight right.
2 down here in the third. Brings up Elvis Andrews.
But his name just popped in because he was an everyday guy. You're looking at me like with squinted eyes, like you're not too sure.
Elvis Andrews grounded out to shortstop in the first, 0 for 1. Sometimes people tell you things from the truck, and then you will use it.
That did not happen.
And, I didn't know if that happened. I didn't know. And it's okay. I mean, sometimes you hear voices.
No.
And then all of a sudden you have the answer. So I just didn't know if that was what happened.
Okay, you want me to come clean?
Sure.
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
You posed the question.
Right.
In between innings, I went to baseballreference.com and looked up. I looked up 2008 roster for the Rangers. And I just happened to see Ian Kinsler.
To the left field corner, Myers on the backhand's got it. And a double pump there, but heading into second base, sliding safely is Elvis Andrews. And for the third straight inning here, Rangers have a runner in scoring position. They've threatened here in each inning, but have not been able to score against Richard to this point.
Well, the key here for Clayton Richard, I think this whole road trip for the starters, you know, you get an out, maybe give up a hit, then 2 quick outs. In this case, 2 quick outs, now the extra base hit. The Rangers have to come up with a 2-out knock to possibly score Andrews at second base. And last time up for Beltre, got hit in the foot.
2 down, Andrus at second base, and Beltre will take ball 1. In there for strike 1-1. On the ground, a fair ball down the first base line into the right field corner. Around from second comes Andrews. Little trouble down there for Jankowski. Now getting it out, it'll be an RBI double for Beltre and a 1-0 Texas lead. You can only play with fire so long before it burns you. And the Rangers had runners in scoring position each of the first 2 innings, and now again in the third, and this time they are able to convert and get a run.
You talk about a guy beating the shift. That ball just fair inside the first base bag, and Beltre, he took that ball. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Good recognition of the hand of Clayton Richard, and he just spanked that ball to the right side. Didn't try to pull that ball at all. That was good hitting.
Beltre now 12th all time, 624 doubles in his career. Rougned Odor now bats. Flight out to the warning track in center field, first time up. Milestones keep coming in the conversation with Beltre every time he does something. 26th all time now in RBIs with 1,668. He was tied with Sosa coming into this game before getting that RBI. And the doubles has him 12th all time. Tied with Hank Aaron.
Think about that. That is remarkable. That is really cool. And you're in the top. You know what I say? You're even in the top 100 of this great game of baseball. All the greats that have played. He's 25th or 4th, you said, and then 12th in doubles?
Yes.
That's remarkable. Oh, he didn't get out. You know what? They got to call that back. They got to call, and don't eyeball him either, like he's really trying to hit him. Did you see him eyeball him down the line? Clayton? Odor was eyeballing Clayton, like, you know, how dare you? Okay, the last thing, it's a spinner. Look at it. You know what? There's no reason why the umpire shouldn't say, you got to make an attempt. He did not make an attempt. And then he's eyeballing him.
Definitely made no attempt to get out of the way.
That's tired.
So Odor down to first base, hit by the pitch. That's 3 hit batters in this game. But no effort. In fact, may have even kind of leaned in there a little bit.
And you know what else? I'm surprised that one of the other umpires, and I'm not trying to place blame, but the guy with the best view of that is probably Tony Randazzo at second base. He made not one effort to get out of the way.
2 on, 2 down. A run in, and Profar will take a strike. Down 0-2. One and 2. Profar grounding back to the mound in the second inning, and his only at bat tonight, 0 for 1. Long look out at second. Profar lines one into left field, a base hit. Adrian Beltre being waved around. Myers coming up throwing, and it is cut off, and the Rangers take a 2-0 lead. All of this in this inning coming with 2 down in the inning, and Profar picks up his 42nd RBI. Rangers lead it 2-0. Aaron Balzer, the pitching coach, headed out.
When Clayton Richard is effective, he's first of all, he's not hitting batters, and that's been one of the things. One of them should have been called back. But you know what? You got to tip your hat here. That's exactly where Clayton Richard, if he wants to work down, he wants to throw that breaking ball down. Maybe it just wasn't in enough. Maybe he tried to backdoor it. And it looked like eye contact was down the middle of the plate. Sure, it was down and out of the zone, but the middle of the plate. And Profar just kind of felt that one. Didn't really attack it on the off-speed pitch, serving it to left field.
First and second, 2 down, 2 runs in, and here is Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Popped out to first base in the second inning, 0 for 1. Two teams will not meet again until September the 14th through the 16th. A 3-game series in San Diego. This one to third, and tagging third base for the force out is Villanueva. 2 runs in the inning for the Rangers, who lead it 2-0 at the end of 3.
Pitch at bat, especially after he walks the leadoff guy, and then Manny goes up there patient and takes a couple pitches, ends up 0-2, and then fouls off 8 or 9 straight pitches. That definitely impacted Diekman. Definitely impacted the quality of the execution after that. Gave us pitches to hit and won the game for us. And I love the fact that his teammates saw that and appreciated that and responded to that very favorably.
Manny Margot, who is hitting .364 this road trip. He has a .407 on-base percentage in the month of June. But it was that 13-pitch at-bat last night that ended up fruitless in a pop fly that was the difference maker in the game, like Andy Green said. It wore reliever Jake Diekman down. It allowed them to go ahead and score 3 runs in that inning and go on to win the game. And like Green said, teammates could not praise it enough last night, saying that that was the difference in the game. You know, those are the kinds of at-bat battles that aren't necessarily going to make a highlight reel, but they're so important. And Mud, I'm wondering what it's like as a pitcher to go through a 13-pitch battle like that and then continue on in the inning.
It's a frustrating event, but here's the point. I believe any major league pitcher, if you're going to be successful at this level, you have to pitch to your strengths and pitch to the hitter's weaknesses. Being in a position like that before, always stuck to my strength, and if you kept fouling, now it might be the point where you trust your catcher to go to the hitter's weakness. It might not be your strength, whether it's the slider down and in, maybe it's the high fastball, whatever the case may be. So always I start, because if he's fouling off, that shows me he's not getting to it, not squaring it up. So why not keep going back to the well until he can prove to me that he's going to do some damage with it.
And Shields going back, making the catch over the shoulder on Margot. Shields started kind of gliding after that, and then had to turn the Jets on there back in deep right center. Back by the .407 marker is Margot. He's out number 1 of the 4th inning.
This ball really drifted.
He recovered, had the speed that he could recover, but started slowly out there and then made the catch for the first down of the 4th inning. And McMiner's pitcher appreciates the effort out there. It'll bring up Eric Hosmer. It has to be very frustrating as a pitcher, though. We saw it, and Andy made reference to it, as did Annie. Really, that Diekman kind of ran out of steam there, it seemed, after having that giant battle. I mean, he won the battle against Margot, but in the end he really didn't, because then all of a sudden things changed for him. I mean, he appeared to be laboring a little bit throughout the rest of that inning.
And let's face it, I'm a firm believer that's not going to happen to every hitter, right? There are some hitters who just have the mentality and have the bat control, have the hand-eye coordination where they can just foul one off to get another pitch, foul one off to get another pitch.
Anderson, a high hop from the outfield grass, makes the throw in time for out number 2.
I'll be honest with you, there were times when out on the mound and you're just trying to pump strikes and hit your spots, foul ball. Oh my gosh, got to do another one. Start rubbing up a baseball. It's like, do I need to invent a pitch? You know, I don't throw a knuckleball, but maybe I should. No, you got to mentally stick to your strength, hit your spots, and then once again, maybe you're on the same page with your catcher, to where he might think, you know, maybe he goes fastball, that's your strength, and he, you know, you shake him off, and then you go to something else. You got to have confidence in going to the hitter's weakness rather than your strength sometimes.
2 down here in the 4th inning. 11 in a row retired by Mike Minor to start his night, and Myers with a big swing and a miss. Down 0-2. Get you game break coming up. The Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. American League matchup tonight. O2 pitch from Minor.
Just took a fastball away here.
Liner to the second baseman. Odor makes the grab that ends the inning. First 12 in a row retired by Minor. 2-0 Rangers. All right, thanks very much, Mike and Mark, as we play along here to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rangers enjoy a 2-0 advantage here in Texas. 8-9-1. Joey Gallo, Ryan Rua, and Shin-Soo Choo expected to bat in the inning. Joey Gallo getting his second look at Clayton Richard. Highest percentage of plate appearances versus shifts. Teams are shifting against him 64% of the time, and the Padres are shifting right here. Villanueva, the third baseman, going to the right side along with Perella and Hosmer. Blocked by Hedges. How about a full shift against him? I mean, a full shift against him. Against Verlander, and he just drops the bunt down.
You know what? As a hitter, you're looking out there and say, hey, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to, given the situation, I'm going to give it, or I'm going to take it. Why not? I just find it hard to believe, and I'm not a hitter, so there's the disclaimer. Never knew how to hit. But major league hitters, if there's a shift on like this, you can't kind of inside out the ball a little bit if you get your fastball middle in and kind of spank it that way.
Gallo walks here in the 4th inning. Easier said than done, maybe. I don't know. First walk given up by Clayton Richard in his outing.
Not everybody's a Tony Gwynn, right?
Exactly. Verlander didn't look too amused by that alignment either.
But he has no right to be upset.
Yeah.
If you're going to leave that spot open,
right?
Why not try to take it?
Ryan Rua coming up here for Texas, grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd.
I mean, it would upset me too, but hey.
Double play depth are the Padres in the middle of the infield right now as Joey Gallo walking to begin the inning. Rua batting with the Rangers on top 2-0. Here in the last half of the 4th inning from Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Last game of the series, last game of the road trip for the Padres. Rua fouls it back, and it's 1-2. Rangers have won 8 of their last 10 games. They've won 7 straight games when Padres had arrived the day before. They lost 2-0. This pitch is high.
You know, some nights for Clayton Richard in particular tonight just doesn't seem to have that one. Remember when he's on his game, bang, 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 right? Pounding strikes early. Hitters are swinging early because they know he's throwing quality strikes and getting the ground ball when needed.
He's hit 3 batters in the game tonight.
Austin got that one right in the grill. That foul ball.
Three hit batters, the most for a Padres pitcher since Jhoulys Chacín set a club record hitting 4 batters August 23rd of last year against the Cardinals.
What in the Doc Ellis is going on?
I don't remember that. 2-2. He's outside for ball 3. Runner goes. Rua swings, and it's a fly ball towards left center field. Margot moving over and under, and he'll make the catch as Gallo will make his way back to first base without 1 down in the inning. Time for the Kia drive to success. Lowest ERA by starters in the month of June. And the Padres as a club, a 3.64 ERA. 5th in that category. The Giants on top just over 3 at 3.03. On National League leaders. Of course, Richard has been right in the middle of that, as he has been terrific in the month of June. A 2.77 ERA, a 4-0 record. This one is to left field, slicing. Myers is not going to get there. Drops in for a hit. Gallo headed to third, and that's where the throw went. 1st and 3rd now with 1 down here in the 4th inning. Shin-Soo Choo with a base hit.
This guy is unbelievable. But when we showed you earlier why he is so successful is because he can spray the ball all over the field where it's pitched. Let's take a look at this one. That one's middle, in, and up a little bit. And once again, I mentioned about how hitters can manipulate the bat and hit the ball. Generally speaking, middle, in guys are trying to yank it, right? Pull the ball, not chew. Hands first, barrel to follow. Playing peppered on that left field line.
Chew's now got an 11-game hitting streak. 1st and 3rd with 1 out in the inning, and brings up Delino DeShields. Shields with a sac bunt in the 1st, fly down to center in the 3rd. Throw over, and that one seemed to surprise Hosmer. He was coming in.
They might argue that that's a balk. Throw into an unoccupied when the infielder was on the move away from the bag.
Yeah, here comes Bannister. He wants to know why that wasn't a balk. Talking to first base umpire Lance Barrett.
Yeah, once an infielder's moving away from a bag.
He was.
He was anticipating something to go inside to charge home plate, it looked like. Or field his position.
First and third with one out. And the bunt dropped down, but foul. A safety squeeze situation there. Rangers getting 2 runs in their half of the third. Now batting here in the 4th inning. Threatening again. They've got base runners in every inning. The 5 men on through the first 3 innings. Bunting again, dropping it down. Here he comes, and they will go to first, and that'll be late. Run scores. Hosmer took a look at the plate. It was a safety squeeze as Gallo did not break until after the contact was made, and even then he was a little delayed getting off third base. But he comes in to score, and the Rangers take a 3-0 lead as the Shields with good speed beats it out at first base.
I don't think there was even a play at home plate because it's a tag play. Would have had been a perfect throw, and then by the time Eric realizes that and turns and spins and throws, DeShields past the bag. Got to at least get that 1 out at first base on that one.
So first and second now with 1 out, a run in. And a pitch in there for strike 1 to Elvis Andrus. Pitch outside, so it is a hit for Delano DeShields, a bunt single, and an RBI. Popped up, foul ground. Hedges discarded the mask and now makes the catch for out number 2 of the inning. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Adrian Beltre, who's had a very good series and so far a good night.
You know, Don, I've always commented on that. I love the safety squeeze, man. If you play somebody, it is. It's a free run, isn't it? Not a forced play. They've got to make the perfect throw as soon as that. And you don't even have to be a fast runner at third base. You see that ball bunted, you are off and running.
Just so few guys that bunt well. That's the problem. You got to find a guy who can make contact because it can turn into a bad play. Beltre will take the strike. Didn't like it. I'll look back at on-plate umpire Bill Welke. Clayton Richard tonight trying to become the first Padres starter since Jake Peavy in August of 2007. To go 5-0 in a calendar month, and Richards coming in here 4-0, but trailing 3-0 right now, pitching in the 4th inning, and next pitch will be the 70th in 3 2/3 innings for Clayton Richard. Down goes Beltre on a cut. He painfully fouled it off himself. Says he's okay.
I tell you what, Adrian Beltre, this kid, I say kid, but he's what, 38? We see a lot of that, don't we?
Oh.
I mean, he'll foul it off his ankle, he'll foul it off his shin, and oh man.
That was bad.
That's really bad. That breaking ball down and in with a big cut like that. That's going to happen.
Strike 3 call. Good pitch from Richard. It ends the 4th inning. Rangers had a run, take a 3-0 lead to the 5th inning. Arco.
We'll talk about Minor, and no Padre has yet to reach base via hit. A lot of pop-ups. Tells me that the Padre hitters are getting out in front. The barrel's working underneath the ball. Even the ball down the middle. Freddie Galvis trying to go the other way. I've always thought that when hitters let the ball travel a little bit, it's easier for them to get on top of it and maybe square it up, center baseball. But when you're out in front of it, that barrel has a tendency to drag and work up underneath, and hence the pop-up. Seems like that's what's happened with Minor out there on the hill tonight.
Hunter Renfroe leading it off here for the Padres in the 5th inning. Renfroe flying out to center field in the 2nd, 0 for 1. Minor has retired the first 12 Padres he's faced in the game. 1 strikeout. A golf swing right there. Renfroe 7 for his last 15 coming into the game with 3 extra base hits in his last 4 contests. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe strikes out. 2nd K for Minor. 1 down here in the 5th inning.
Up the ladder. He wanted it down. He missed, but it still works. 86. Look at the changeup. See his reaction after that? Kind of with his hand. He was upset with the location, reminding himself, hey, got to get out in front on that changeup.
1 down for Christian Villanueva. Line down to the right fielder Shin-Soo Choo in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1. And they're facing a lefty tonight because he's done so well against left-handed pitching. Villanueva hitting at .324 against lefties. Villanueva now, Perella next as the Padres bat here in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Minor. 3 in all. 2 down here in the 5th inning.
'18 Camping World MLB All-Star Ballot is open online. Make sure you vote for your favorite Padres to represent this year in the Summer Classic, the Midsummer Classic. Go to Padres.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th. 89th already, huh? MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard, July 17th, live on Fox.
Perella grounds one to deep, short of the backhand is Andrus. His throw is dug out at first base very nicely by Gallo. Nice play, good stretch on the other side. It's a 1-2-3 5th. Mike Minor has retired 15 Padres in a row to start this game. He's getting some help from his friends behind him. It's 3-0 Texas halfway through. County Honda dealers. Interleague baseball continuing here from Arlington, Texas, and Globe Life Park. Playing to the 5th inning with the Rangers on top of the Padres 3-0. Rougned Odor to lead it off for Texas. Grounds one foul into the seats. Odor has flied out to the warning track in center field and is hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. So the question is whether or not he really tried to get out of the way of that pitch in the 3rd.
You know, I love the rule book. Try to read it as much as I can. And it specifically states that a hitter has to make an attempt to get out of the way of a pitched ball. That wasn't the case.
No. Look at it again.
This was in the 3rd inning.
0 attempt to get out of the way.
None. And then he's staring at Clayton. Really?
Into the shift go the Padres behind Richard here with 2 strikes.
I'll tell you, I'd like to see that matchup. I'm betting on Richard. All in.
1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Odor strikes out. So 2nd strikeout for Clayton Richard. First out here in the 5th inning.
Sweeping breaking ball. His bat got out of the way of that pitch, that's for sure. Grab some pine.
1 down here in the 5th inning, and it'll bring up Jurickson Profar. 1 for 2. And an RBI single in the 3rd inning. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. Profar started at first base tonight, starts at 3rd, and is 2 for 8 in the series. To right field, Jankowski moving over and back, and he won't get this over his head. Plays the carom. Throw goes to 2nd, and diving and head first is Profar, where they want to double his 2nd hit of the night.
That ball was hit hard. That ball was hit well. And up just a little bit for him to get extended. To go the other way.
One out, Profar at 2nd base, and here comes Connor Falefa. He'll take strike 1. Rangers have had runners in scoring position in every inning in this game as they bat here in the 5th. On the ground to short. Galvis will go to 3rd, and at 3rd, out is Profar. He went into the slide, just kind of stopped there, it looked like. Didn't quite get to the bag all the way. And Villanueva applies the tag. Galvis saw it happening in front of him, so he went to 3rd to get the lead runner.
It can be a dicey play because it's not a force play. It's a tag play. So as soon, Freddie slipped as well, working underneath it. And, you know, he's lucky. He got him on the inside left knee there. There's the slip by Galvis. Luckily, that ball doesn't get airmail towards the stands. You know, for the out.
2 down, runner at first, and it brings up Joey Gallo, who's been on twice. A double and a walk, scored a run after he walked in the 4th inning. And showing bunt takes the strike. The Padres shifting on the right side. Looks like he may drop down another one. Villanueva, the 3rd baseman on the right side of the infield. Throw over, and safely back is Connor Falefa. Very close. see here if the Padres are going to challenge.
Really tough. Does his glove get him on the right knee before he tags him up near the hand? Very, very hard to tell.
No challenge for San Diego. 2 down. Runner at first, and Gallo waiting on an 0-1. And he'll foul it off. 0-2. Fouled in the catcher's mitt for strike 3. Hedges holds on. Third K for Richard through 5. 3-0 Texas. Padres baseball brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. Get to America's best sales event at Nissan for big savings today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. 6th inning, 3-0. Rangers on top of the Padres. Padres do not have a hit. They've not reached base through the first 5 innings. 15 in a row retired by Mike Minor to start his night. Pitch 52 coming up, and it is outside. Freddie Galvis leading it off. Galvis, Hedges, and Jankowski scheduled to bat here in the 6th inning. Galvis flied out to right field in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. Freddie Galvis has played in every game this year. He's played in all but 7 innings. He's played in 724 innings, most in the majors this season. And he fouls it off towards the end of the Padres dugout.
Well, Minor's got the sneaky 94. I've seen a 95 too from the left-hander. So a 94 in the 1st inning. Throws the changeup, a little bit of a wrinkle.
Swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying towards 3rd base and Profar. Striking out is Freddie Galvis. 4 strikeouts in the game now for Minor, 1 down.
That tells me they're way out in front of a breaking ball or an off-speed pitch. There's the breaking ball down and in, trying to extend to try to at least foul it off.
One out here in the 6th inning, and Austin Hedges coming up. Hedges flied out to center in the 3rd, 0 for 1. Fouls it off to the right, evening the count at 1-1.
It kind of look like everybody's trying to like launch, and I say that with all seriousness. Does it kind of look like that?
Well, I think we have a lot of launch angle guys anyway.
I mean, I'm just
on a regular basis
observing.
Yeah,
that's what I see.
A lot of guys swinging for the fences, you think?
Yeah.
More so than just contact. This one is lying down the left field line.
Just an observation.
Edges flied out to center in the third. And last night off, A.J. Ellis caught last night. Liner foul. You
could see that was a nice level swing there by Austin, trying to get on top of that pitch that was up a little bit, just a little bit too quick though, sending it into the stands.
Foul the other way into the Rangers dugout on the first base side. Two to Hedges, and a liner caught at third base by Profar. Pretty good bat there by Hedges. Fouled some off. With some good contact, and this time lines out hard to Profar at third base. 2 down.
That's tough. Nothing you can do there, Austin Hedges. Keep swinging it. He was right on it. Perfect swing, right on the sweet spot. Just happened to find a Texas Ranger glove.
2 down here in the 6th inning, and it brings up Travis Jankowski. Travis lined out to the shortstop. Elvis Sanders in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. 2 for 6 in the series, and tonight getting the start in right field. And batting out of the 9 spot. A little interesting. We've seen him lead off a lot this year, but tonight is in the number 9 spot in the order, with Margot on top.
Maybe it's the old bookends theory, right?
Speed at the top and the bottom.
Sure.
Miner falling behind here, 3-0. And that's a strike. 3-1. He's not walked anybody. Struck out 4. Retiring the first 17 that he has faced in this game. Fouled off, full count as Miner battles back. Play for Jankowski to go the other way in the outfield. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled back. Jankowski hanging tough here in a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Next pitch will be the 70th of the night for Miner.
This is where I think that Miner would not get too cute. He's up by 3. He's throwing the ball well. Try not to maybe outthink himself or try to be too cute against Travis to, maybe flip up a breaking ball. I think getting back to the foul balls, fastballs, if he prove he can't square it up, locate a fastball, stick with it, down and away.
Swing and a miss, and Jankowski strikes out. That's 5 Ks for Miner, who is perfect through 6 innings.
all military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Clayton Richard back out on the hill getting ready for inning number 6 for the Padres starter, while the Rangers starter, Mike Minor, through the first 6 innings has been perfect in tonight's game. And a pitch outside for ball 1 begins this bottom of the 6th inning. And Rua leading it off, and Rua tonight has grounded out to short and flied out to center. 0 for 2. Rangers got 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th inning. They've had base runners all night. They've left 8 men on base through the first 5 innings. On the ground to short, as coming in is Galvis. Throw in time for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning.
We've got another great day of World Cup action tomorrow on Fox and FS1, highlighted by Harry Kane. This guy's unbelievable. And England, Harry Kane and England taking on Belgium. Belgium's not bad. At 11 a.m. Pacific on Fox, or stream it live on Fox Sports app. Harry Kane, man, he could kick that ball. He's good.
One out here. Top of the order, Shin-Soo Choo. It's been hit by a pitch, grounded out, and singled. This one lying to the right field corner is going to get down over by the 349 marker. Kicks out from Jankowski there, but into second goes Choo. Himself a 1-out double to begin things here in the 6th inning. 3rd time he's been on base, his 2nd hit of the night.
Let's see where he took this pitch. Where it was thrown by Clayton Richard. In off the plate, if taken, probably a ball. Get the hands through. Get the barrel on it. Square it up to keep it fair. The guy's amazing.
1 out, Choo at second base, and Delano DeShields coming up. And a bunt single and an RBI his last time up. Safety squeeze that scored Joey Gallo back in the 4th inning. Outside for ball 3, 3-0. Talked about it in the series, but Delano DeShields' dad, 13-year major league career. The 3-0 pitch. And that is in there for a strike. 3-1. Richard has walked only 1. He has struck out 3 so far in 5+ innings. There's 1 out here in the 6th. Fly ball center field. Margot going back. Backpedaling to make the catch in front of the warning track. Tagging at second and moving to third is Choo on the long fly out. 2 down in the inning, but a runner 90 feet away now.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
2 outs in the 6th inning. Choo at third, and it brings up Elvis Andrus. Andrus has grounded to short, doubled, and scored. And last time up, fouled out to the catcher, Austin Hedges. Lines this one to right field. Over goes Jankowski, and he'll make the catch below the cap high. That ends the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. It's 3-0 Texas. Game so far pitched by Mike Minor, who has retired the first 18 Padres in a row. He was perfect through 6 tonight. On the offensive side of things for the Rangers, Adrian Beltre with his double down the right field line into the corner would score Elvis Andrus to get the Rangers on the board in the 3rd inning. Then Jurickson Profile with a base hit through the left side. Coming around to score is Beltre, the 2nd Rangers run. And then how about a safety squeeze dropped down here by the Shields, ends up being a bunt single as they cannot get him at first base. Run scores, and the Rangers enjoy a 3-0 advantage here. Into the 7th inning we go, and the top of the Padres order, Manuel Margot to lead it off as he takes strike 1 from Minor. Pitch count in very good shape. This is pitch number 72, first hitter of the 7th inning, and it's in the air to right field. Shin-Soo Choo in and under will handle out number 1 of the inning. Well, the closest thing we have seen to a hit back in the 4th inning, Manuel Margot, with his fly ball headed out towards center field, and it carried better than DeShields first thought, and he gets back there to make the catch, but that has been it. Minor has 5 strikeouts along the way and has retired the first 19 Padres that he's faced.
And you know, some bad luck from Austin Hedges. Remember, he squared that one up right up to the glove of Profar at 3rd
That's true.
base.
That line drive was hit very well to 3rd.
Well, first time through the order for Minor against the Padres. First 9 batters, 29 pitches. Second time through, 41 pitches. I remember that perfect game by Kenny Rogers.
Eric Hosmer 0 for 2 is grounded back to the mound and grounded out to shortstop. And this one is grounded up the middle into center field. A base hit for Hosmer. He breaks it up here with 1 out in the 7th inning. Minor had retired the first 19 Padres in a row. Was perfect through 6 1/3 before Hosmer gets the base hit to break it up.
Well, hopefully that's the little crack in the dam that allows the water to start rushing through here for the Padres in this half of the inning. Ball hit hard, legitimate hit. Lefty on lefty. The 2-hopper for the clean safety to center field.
So 1 out and 1 on brings up Will Myers.
Finally getting Minor into the stretch, which could disrupt his timing.
How weird is that going to be right now?
Yeah.
Getting there for the first time with 1 out in the 7th inning.
You are in a zone. You have the blinders on. You're making your pitches. And all of a sudden you have to disrupt that timing and go from a different set. And it could be 1 pitch, 1 count. over the heart of the plate where somebody does some damage. Hopefully get on the board. At least get one. Time's running thin.
Ball's behind now, 3-0. There's a strike, 3-1. So he retired the first 19 that he faced, 5 by way of the K, before giving up the single to Eric Hosmer here in the 7th. 3-1. And that is strike 2. Full count now. Myers hits it in the air to left field. Rua moving over towards the line will make the catch for out number 2. 11 fly ball outs. There's been a lot in the air in this game.
And like I said earlier, I'm a firm believer when guys are popping balls up, you're either too late or too early. Out in front, that barrel starts to drag a little bit, work up underneath, right? Pop fly.
2 down, runner at first, and here is Hunter Renfroe. Takes strike 1. Renfroe has flied out to center and struck out swinging. Four for 9 in the series is Renfroe.
Or you're trying to lift everything and just can't square it up.
Toss over. Hosmer's lead was not large, so not a problem getting back. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in that has Renfroe down 1-2. Mike Minor coming off an outing in which he beat the Twins on Friday. 6 innings of 1-run ball and an 8-1 victory. Here tonight he's gone 6 2/3, giving up only 1 hit. There is action in the pen for the first time tonight for Texas. Fly ball headed towards center field, sending to Shields back, going towards the track and the wall. He leaps and makes the catch at the wall. Wow. Timed the leap, made the grab, brings it back in. Delino to Shields in center field, ends the inning. Pretty spectacular fashion right there. Nice grab. Robs Hunter Renfroe. 3-0 Rangers. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-0, Texas on top, and leading it off is Adrian Beltre here in the bottom of the 7th. Beltre with an RBI double in the 3rd. 1 for 2 in the game, also been hit by a pitch. Richard starting this inning, he's thrown 98 pitches. And a liner into left field, out of the reach of Galvis. Adrian Beltre with a base hit to begin things in the 7th inning. So we check back in with Annie.
Yeah, guys, you are looking at construction here soon of Globe Life Fields, and that is the new ballpark that's being built for the Rangers. It is expected to open in 2020 at the cost of $1 billion. Here's some renderings of it, and it will feature a retractable roof, and that's the real reason for it. The current ballpark we're in isn't that old. It opened in 1994. It's still a very nice ballpark, but it's just so dang hot. In fact, a former Rangers pitcher told me that no matter how much he tried to eat and drink while he was with Texas, he would lose 6 or 7 pounds every time he took the mound. So they need this roof, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to build that ballpark, and they're also going to build an entertainment complex to go with it called Texas Live. It's going to feature a convention center, retail, restaurants, clubs. So Dawn, Mud, next time you guys come, you guys might be able to get jiggy with it after a game. Go out clubbing. I know that's what you get. That's what you kids do. Assuming you still like each other in a few years.
We'll see how that goes. That's a long time from now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't make that kind of commitment, Ernie.
Yeah, that's a long time. But we do club on a regular basis as it is.
I believe it.
Believe it. People just gravitate to us. It's unbelievable. But it looks like a great ballpark. And the roof is so key because, like first pitch tonight, what was it, 102?
Yeah.
They want to get more people. And I understand also, this is what I like. I hear it's going to be a little bit more intimate, closer.
It looks like that. It looks like more on top of the action.
And I hear also 5,000 seats fewer than here.
Yeah, only between 40,000 and 41,000 for this new one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a pretty big place right here. And you're right. It is pushed back. The 2nd and 3rd decks here are very pushed back. You'd be a long way away from the action. What I like here, though, is right field. I love right field. It's kind of like the old Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, I like that, too, how that upper deck is close to the field, like right here.
Yep,
right?
I love that.
I love that.
Hangs right over the first deck.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
Now, could you imagine if that deck was like that all the way around?
Yeah. Well, pick-up play here, and the throw down to second, out in time. Beating it out is Odor. He took off guessing and reaches second base safely.
Well, when you commit as a base runner, especially with the left-handed pitcher there, the leg kick up, you just go. And Odor, he's got something going for him. He's got decent speed. Eric Hosmer did not give it up quick enough. Moves up 90 feet.
So a stolen base for Odor, 2 down in the inning. And the Padres are not going to challenge. Odor at second base. Kiner and Falefa the batter. 0-for-3 in the game as he bats here with 2 down. Bluffed by Richard. Nobody cheating in, but going back to the bag was Odor. Jose Castillo up in the pen right now for the Padres. First action we've seen in the pen for San Diego. Over 100 right now is Richard. That is pitch 103.
Yeah, the most that Clayton has thrown this year is 109. That was back against the Braves at home back on the 4th of June. But once again, in this Texas heat, humidity. Looks like he's good to go, though. Doesn't seem to be laboring.
Fouled off to the right, out of play. 1-2.
Nice changeup right there.
Another 6-inning effort for Richard, who's gone 6 2/3 tonight. Consecutive games with 6+ innings. 10 now in a row for Richard. Scherzer and Verlander Ahead of him with 15 each. Pretty impressive.
That's really good company.
2 outs here in the 7th inning. Odor at second base with Texas on top here, 3-0. Odor taking off for third, and here's a fly ball, shallow right field. Jankowski coming in, and nobody's going to catch it. Around comes Odor. He'll score, throw to second, and out at second base is Connor Falefa, who was thrown out at second to end the inning, but he get credit for an RBI single. Says Texas on top, 4-0. Are the Rangers. This is a good development for the Padres. Chris Martin coming in after Mike Minor was outstanding in tonight's game.
Yeah, only 1 hit, no runs for San Diego. So now getting into that bullpen, hopefully the Padres can put something together. 25th game for the right-hander, and really good numbers. Very few walks. He's around the plate. Lefties hitting higher than righties.
This should be in a wave of 0 for 2 in the game, and driving this one towards left center field. This ball will get down, and one hop the wall out there. Villanueva headed to second base, got himself a leadoff double to begin things here in the 8th inning. This is where the Padres did their damage last night. We'll see what happens tonight. I'm glad to have Minor out of this game. He had only thrown 85 pitches.
Let's see if it's a breaking ball. It is a breaking ball. Down and away. Just didn't get it out there enough, and good extension by Christian. That's a start. A lot of work to do.
Villanueva at second base, nobody out, brings up Jose Perella. 0 for 2 in the game. It's flat out to center, grounded out to short. Fouls it off to the right, out of play. So Minor tonight, who was perfect through 6 1/3 innings, didn't give up his first hit until there was 1 out in the 7th. The first 19 Padres he faced, went 7 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, didn't walk anybody, struck out 5, and only threw 85 pitches, but taken out of the game.
I'm really surprised he's been taken out of the game, because you look at his game logs going backwards: 93 pitches, 102, 91, 96. I thought maybe he had 1 more inning in him.
Jeff Bannister going to the pen, and leadoff double here by Villanueva starts the 8th off Chris Martin. Perella fouls it back, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Kiner Falefa. And away at second base, Perella battling here with a count of 2-2. Galvis waiting on deck. Line into left field, a base hit. Villanueva will be stopped at third as Rua gets it back in. Wide turn for Perella. He's going to dive back to the bag at first. So it is first and third now. Nobody out in the eighth inning for San Diego.
Well, the main objective, get that tying run to the plate. Perella, the high breaking ball. Hey, Villanueva, double breaking ball. Breaking ball here, single. We got action at the corners.
Doug Brocail, the pitching coach, headed out there. Up in a good start here for Chris Martin coming into the game, giving him a double and a single. Clerk back up again in the pen, it appears, for the Rangers. He's been warming up a long time and elected not to go to him.
Brocail might be out there stalling for some time too, because now the umpire, Bill Welke, all the way out to the mound to break it up.
Clerk had been up for a while last inning, but warming up again. And coming up is Freddie Galvis with 2 on, nobody out in the eighth inning for the Padres. Trying 4-0 in the game, but making some noise here in the eighth. Galvis tonight has fly to right and struck out swinging. Of course, all that was against starter Mike Minor. Strike called, and it's 0-2. In away at third base, Perella at first with nobody out. Fouled back by Galvis, and he'll hang 0-2.
I'm sure one of the questions after this ball game, regardless of how it turns out to Jeff Bannister, is your thoughts on not going one more frame with Mike Minor. I think it'd be a legitimate question, right?
I would say so.
And once again, could be something like when he got the dugout, hey, Skip, something this, that, or the other. Who knows?
Galvis down the left field line, but it is headed towards foul ground and a foul ball.
You know, the manager, the pitching coach, obviously knows the situation, knows more than we do at any given certain time when he walks off the mound after the performance that he just gave.
On the corner for strike 3. Galvis didn't like it. 97 and on the outside edge. It's out number 1 of the eighth inning.
Really good pitch. This is where pitchers are taught to go when they want it down and away at the knees. And Martin getting on top of that one. Good downward plane as well.
One out here in the eighth, and it brings up Austin Hedges. 0 for 2. He's flying out to center, lined out sharply to third base. to right field, and Chu had started in. It's going to be over his head. Scoring from third is Villanueva. Perella from first base is being stopped, and the throw plateward is knocked down. Perella almost ran through another stop sign right there. Hedge is sending one out to right that seemed to fool Chu out there in right, and the Padres are on the board. It's now 4-1.
Don, a couple of things. First of all, this is great hitting by Austin. Hitting down on the ball, hitting it exactly where it's pitched, and there's Chu moving in, and it's like, uh-oh. It's got to be the worst feeling for an outfielder. And I'm right there with you. I saw Perella rounding second. He was going hard in the third. Glenn Hoffman was more than halfway down the line with both hands up in the air, and Perella ran through the bag and then stopped.
So pitching change. It's 4-1. The Padres making some noise. Leclerc on his way in. Brought to you by Jack in the Box. Come try Jack's News Triple Cut Premium Burgers with a custom blend of sirloin, chuck, and brisket. Only at Jack in the Box. By Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy a Big Wave Golden Ale or Longboard Lager today. And by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. Travis Jankowski, the batter, with runners at second and third, a run in. And that is ball one from Jose Leclerc, the new pitcher for the Rangers.
We've seen him in every game now. Monday night in the 7th inning, threw an inning, struck out one. Last night, inning and a third, struck out two. His 28th game. That's how he reacts. 3 games in a row.
Falls behind Jankowski here, 2-0. Chris Martin responsible for the runners on. They're at second and third and already been charged with a run. He recorded just 1 out. Was able to strike out Galvis. Ball 3, 3-0. Perella at third, Hedges at second, 1 out. Up and away for ball 4, and Jankowski on 4 pitches gets the walk to load the bases. What a turn of events here. As now Claudio warms in the pen. Alex Claudio we saw last night.
Well, he might be getting ready for Eric Hosmer if it gets to that point. Righty on righty here with Leclerc and Manuel Margot.
Bases filled here with Padres. 1 out of the inning, a run in. Margot 0 for 3 in the ball game. In the air to shallow right, and headed over is the right fielder. Chu makes the catch and then fires homeward. Wow. It looked like there was going to be a collision there, though. Dorr headed back, Gallo and Chu. or that it may just fall in, but it's Chu makes the play in right field, 2 down.
And that is his play all the way. Why? Because his momentum is coming in towards the play. Other Rangers, they're backpedaling and not really in position. He takes charge, he catches it, and then on the back end, hits the cutoff man, gets the ball in quickly right to the chest.
How about a door veering off there at the end? So 2 down here in the inning. Bases loaded for the Padres and a chance here for Hosmer. Stick with Leclerc here to face Hosmer. 289 this year with the bases loaded.
You know, Leclerc's got good numbers against lefties. They're only hitting 172 off him.
One career grand slam for Eric Hosmer. Two and 0. Ball 3, not missing by much, but he is missing. 3-0. Bases filled with Padres. Perella at third base, Hedges at second, Jankowski at first with 2 down, a run in. Tying run at first base. And Hosmer taken all the way, and that'll walk in a run. So Perella coming from third base to make it 4-2. Hosmer walks, picks up an RBI, his 36th, and it's a 2-run game now. And Broquel, the pitching coach, headed out there again. Well, 2 walks allowed since Leclerc has come into the game. Now you got the tying run in scoring position at second base.
Leclerc maybe trying to nibble a little bit too much, but credit the Padre hitters, man, for not swinging at those pitches that are just off the plate. They want to wait for their pitch.
Well, Myers would be the 8th member of the Padres to bat here in the 8th inning. Myers 0 for 3 in the game. Has flied out to left, lined out to second, and flied out to left again. His career with the bases loaded at .356 hitter, 1 grand slam. 1 for 2 in that category this year during the season. .95 on the fastball from Leclerc for strike 1.
Best compliment you can give a pitching coach after a visit, firing strike 1. That's a 95 going right after Will Myers.
Hedges at third, Jankowski at second, Hosmer at first with 2 outs in the inning. Myers down 0-2.
Breaking ball. That's a good slider from Leclerc. He's probably going to go out of the zone again. Heads up on third base though. Ball in the dirt, getting away.
Bases loaded for the Padres. 2 down. 0-2 to Myers. Ball 1. Padres trailed 4-0 coming into this inning. They got 2 runs back so far. Myers strikes out, and that'll end the inning. Padres do get 2 back, though, in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Texas. Headed home to get ready to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates in a very brief 3-game series. Josh Harrison, Gregory Polanco, and Jamison Tyone. 3 road starts. He's 3-0 as Gregory Polanco last 9 games hitting at .429. Josh Harrison 30 career games against Padres, a .330 hitter against San Diego. Series begins on Friday night at Petco Park.
You know, the Buccos trying to hang tough. 9.5 out going into tonight. Milwaukee, Chicago, St. Louis. Seems like that's a 3-horse race in the NL Central.
Jose Castillo in the game here now after 7 innings from Clayton Richard in tonight's game. First out of the pen. Castillo had been warming up last inning. Richard goes 7 innings in the game tonight. This is to right field. Jankowski back in front of the track to make the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, good numbers for Jose Castillo, the rookie left-hander. Came in ablazing from the left side. The strikeouts are a part of his story, and the story regarding tonight, no offense once again, except for the 2 runs late here in the 8th.
Clayton Richard ended up throwing 105 pitches in his 7-inning effort. Gave up 10 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, and struck out 3. Fortunately, departs on the hook here for the Padres tonight. Ryan Rua 0 for 3 from his number 9 spot in the order. Fly ball headed out towards right field. Again, Jankowski going back. It's carrying well. He'll leap, but it's gone. Home run into the bullpen. Ryan Rua gets his 3rd of the year. And the Rangers on top now 5-2. Solo shot from the number 9 man in the Rangers order.
Goes to show you that a nice swing, ball down the middle in, taking it the other way. Great extension from Rua. Ball traveling well to the opposite field, gave it a ride.
This one fouled back to our left.
In a short time, that Castillo has been in the big leagues. The first home run given up by Jose.
In the air to left field. Myers coming in. And Will take care of out number 2. Well, Delano DeShields coming up here for the Rangers. He made a spectacular catch in center field on the ball. Back in the 6th inning as Hunter Renfroe drives this one to center. And DeShields times his lead perfectly and makes the catch and keep it in the yard.
Timing's everything, huh? Great concentration. He's familiar with that padded wall out there. Hard holding back the smiles if you're in a Texas Ranger uni.
Well, DeShields has been part of this game tonight for the Rangers offensively too. Bunt single back in the 4th inning. A safety squeeze that scored a run for the Rangers, their 3rd of the game. Did he go? No. Check with Lance Barrett, first base umpire. Keone Kela getting ready in the pen. He looks ready right now, the closer for the Rangers. Safe situation at the moment with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes to DeShields. 2 outs in the inning here. Elvis Andrus is on deck for the Rangers. On the ground, foul outside of first base. We'll do it again. 2-2. This is for ball 3.
Wow.
Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah. Down and in for a strike.
I just did not catch it. That might have been part of the problem.
Yeah, he boxed it.
Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. Loses to Shields. Get it down to first base with 2 down in the inning. We will see Elvis Andrus. And here comes Andy Green to make a pitching change. And he will make the change. So a pitching change here. 5-2 Rangers. In the midst of the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs, let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, not a good key day for me. Getaway runs for Richard. 4 hits, only 2 runs. Make Mike look minor. Well, he definitely looked major league. Retired the first 19 batters faced. 7 innings, only 1 hit. F.
2 down. This Shields at first base, and it brings up Elvis Andrus with the new pitcher, Kazuhisa Makita.
Kaz was recalled Sunday after being optioned to El Paso back on June 1st. 20th game.
In the air to left field. Myers going back. Is going to be over his head and off the bottom of the wall. Stopping at third base is DeShields. Andrus into second with a wall ball double. And it is now second and third with 2 outs here for the Rangers.
Well, one of the things when Kazuhisa runs into problems is with location. He wants that one down. You can see how Elvis goes up and really gets that one. Gets up on it, hits it off the wall, and on the other side, Makita wanted that one down, so that's a big-time miss from the right-hander.
Second and third with 2 down. Adrian Beltre now the batter. In there for strike 1. Beltre hit by a pitch in the first, doubled to drive in a run in the third. Struck out in the 4th and singled in the 7th. Fouled off to the right, and it's 0-2. Trey on the cut, staggering out of the box. Swing and a miss. Beltre strikes out on a pitch up that ends the inning. Another run for the Rangers. He'll take a 5-2 lead in the 9th. Tonight for the Texas Rangers, Mike Minor, who was perfect through 6 1/3 innings tonight. Retired the first 19 Padres he faced for giving up a base hit to Hosmer. Ended up going 7 shutout innings, giving up only 1 hit, no runs, didn't walk anybody, got struck out 5. That's a record right now for the Rangers, who have a 5-2 lead into the 9th inning, and Keone Kela, their closer, now into the game.
He came in Monday night in the 9th inning, recorded his 19th save. 18th, check that. Even record at 3-3.
Dealing with Hunter Renfroe, leading it off here in the 9th inning. Falls behind 1-0. Renfroe 0 for 3 in the game. Has flat out to center, struck out, and flat out to center again. Robbed by DeShields, and they play at the wall. 1-1. 97 from Kella. Rangers are shifting on Renfroe in the infield on the left side.
We've seen that before. Some maybe breaking balls. He likes to pull the ball. See if he gets a heavy dose from Kella on the breaking ball.
Carlos Tochi comes into the game defensively in right field. On the corner for strike 2. 2-2.
I want to correct myself. Kella does have 19 saves. 19. Count them, 19.
That is strike 3. Renfroe goes looking for the first out of the 9th inning.
Catch baseball's biggest stars for an unforgettable show from the nation's capital. The MLB All-Star Game, July 17th, only on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app.
One down in the 9th inning brings up Christian Villanueva. Lined out to right in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 5th. He doubled in the 8th inning, came around to score one of the 2 Padres runs. One and one, the fastball at 98. Okay, with 19 straight saves converted to begin the year, matching the longest season opening save streak in Texas history. 1-2. Villanueva now, Perella waiting on deck. Padres batting in the 9th. Popped up left side of the infield. Profar, third baseman, steps into foul ground. And he'll make the catch. 2 down. So the Padres are down to their last out here in the 9th inning with 2 away. Jose Perella coming up, singled in the 8th inning, came around to score the 2nd Padres run. Prior to that, had flat out to center and grounded out to short. 1 for 3 game for the Padres second baseman. There is strike 1 at 99. Ball and a strike to Perella. The runs charged to Chris Martin, the first reliever in the game, after Mike Minor had gone 7 shutout innings. Jose Leclerc went 2/3 of an inning without allowing a run or a hit. And now Kella trying to shut the door on the Padres. Popped up foul, backing out of play, and it's 1-2. Padres dropped 3 out of 4 to the San Francisco Giants to begin this trip. And right now, an out away from dropping 2 out of 3 to the Texas Rangers. Perella takes strike 3, and that ends the ball game. Padres down in order in the 9th inning as the Rangers hold on and win this one 5-2. And the 20th save for Kella as the Rangers take 2 out of 3 from the Padres. Again, the final, Texas 5, San Diego 2. It's time for Padres Live. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?